history. She has been honored with 18 different awards and recognitions, notably becoming the second athlete in program history to be named an ABCA All-American. Ladies and gentlemen, Julia Wheeler. Our next senior is McKenna Hall. She is accompanied by her parents, Lori and Brett, and her best friend, Jay. McKenna came to Jefferson City all the way from Waukegan, Wisconsin in 2020. She's played in 260 sets in her time as an Eagle, amassing 510 digs as a defensive specialist and libero. She is strong from the service line as well, with 80 career aces for the Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for McKenna Hall. Our next senior is Emma Grace Kahn. Emma Grace is accompanied by her parents Hannah and Danny and her sister Chloe. A team captain, she joined the program in 2020 and earned all conference honors in her junior year in 2022 before being named first team preseason All-SAC in 2023. She has 427 career kills, 179 career blocks, and 61 career digs as a middle blocker for Carson-Newman. She's played in every match this season and has 250 career sets played as a Carson-Newman Eagle. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Emma Grace Kahn. Our next senior is Carly Alba. She is accompanied by her grandparents, Candace and Anthony, her sister Caroline, and her grandparents, Dorothy and Langman. Carly transferred to Mossy Creek from Lee's McRae, where she was named in the Conference Carolinas Freshman of the Year in 2020. She joined the Eagles in 2022 as a junior and has more than 750 career assists in her 2 years with the program. Defensively, she's averaged 2.23 digs per set in her time with the Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for Carly Alba. Our next senior is Ella Gay. She is accompanied by her parents, Faith and Rob, her sister Leah, and her grandparents, Bob, Karen, and Debbie. From Johnson City, Tennessee, Ella joined the program in 2020. 36 matches played and 79 career sets. She's averaged more than a kill a set in her time with the Eagles, with 50 career blocks. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for Ella Gay. Our next senior is Taylor Kieran. She is accompanied by her mother Allie, her sister Reagan, and her grandparents Karen and Terry. In Galeon, Ohio, Taylor Kieran started her Carson-Newman career as a freshman in 2020. She's played in 314 career sets with a .210 hitting percentage. That's helped her collect 530 career kills as well as 218 career blocks. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for Taylor Kieran. Our final volleyball senior is Madison Fisher. Madison is accompanied by her parents, Sandy and Mark. A graduate transfer from the University of West Alabama, Fisher has played 1 season here for the Carson-Newman Eagles. She came to Mossy Creek with a string of accolades from her time in Livingston, Alabama, including earning all Panhandle first team all-conference honors. She's played in 16 matches this season with 26 kills, 37 digs, and 5 blocks. Ladies and gentlemen, Madison Fisher. Would all of our seniors please come forward for a group photo? Ladies and gentlemen, one more warm round of applause for our senior class of 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, we once again welcome you to historic Varsity Home Fieldhouse for today's South Atlantic Conference contest between the Coker Cobras and your Carson-Newman Eagles. At this time, we ask that you please rise. First, for our invocation from Carson-Newman Volleyball senior Skylar Weaver, and then please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
Please bow your heads. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for all the many opportunities and achievements you have allowed each of us to have. I pray that we each step on the court and play for you and like you. I pray that today's match is injury-free, and I pray that if there's anyone in this room struggling right now, that they can feel that he is here with us. And in your name we pray. Amen.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. Gentlemen, remove your caps. Current and former service members may render a salute as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet today's starting lineups. First, for our visitors from Hartsville, South Carolina.
Hello and welcome to Holt Fieldhouse here on the campus of Carson-Newman University. It's senior night for the Eagles in front of a big home crowd right here on the Eagle Sports Network as Carson-Newman prepares to take on the visiting Coker Cobras. Ryan Wilkes with you, taking you through all of tonight's action as the Eagles look for their 10th South Atlantic Conference win this season. It's a big night for all the seniors. Got quite a few. We'll talk about them here in just a moment. But Coker coming in this one 3-20 winless in conference play, looking for a big one tonight. But Carson-Newman obviously looking to get it done here on senior night. We'll talk about some starters. First for Coker, number 1 Taylor Hills, number 4 Chelsea Bloom, number 5 Naomi Earl Reyes, number 9 Kendall Boland, number 12 Lauren Loveday, number 18 Brian Force, and at libero number 8 Meadow Morse. For Carson-Newman, the senior Skylar Weaver, number 4, another senior, number 5 Julia Wheeler, Number 11, Emma Grace Cobb, also a senior. Number 13, Carly Allbaum. Number 21, Taylor Kieran. Number 24, Madison Fisher. And number 6, McKenna Hall. All of these players, seniors, getting the start for Carson-Newman tonight. Pretty awesome ceremony for the seniors, looking at a big win tonight for Carson-Newman. So the Eagles coming off a loss at Mars Hill, a tough one, in which they took the first set, lost the next 3. The Eagles look to assert their dominance here tonight against a Coker team that has found its struggle so far this year, led by first-year head coach Stephanie Dragon. In her first season, she's had 14 seasons at Division III Franklin Pierce, as all-time wins leader there at Franklin Pierce, and led the team to 4 NCAA East Region quarterfinals. So Coker comes into this one, again, 3-20 on the year, still looking for that first conference win. But a great crowd here for Carson-Newman tonight as the Eagles played their last home match. So now I think they've got one more coming up on Monday, nonetheless, senior night here at Holt Fieldhouse. Is Ashley Tiernan's squad ready to go. Stephanie Dragon's squad ready as well. So we're ready to play some volleyball here at Carson-Newman. Both teams will exchange greetings before we get ready to roll, as the seniors will take the court first for Carson-Newman. Talked about the starters for Coker, looking to get in the win column tonight. A lot of energy out there on the court. Saw it pre-game and seeing it right now for Carson-Newman. Trying to rally around these seniors and get a big senior night win. Scoreboard reads 0-0. We are ready to go, as both teams have their last chats before we get set number 1 underway. And Carson-Newman sending out all the seniors to start this one. Ella Gay as well, number 14, a senior. So Weaver will check out after the recognition hall in to start this one. It's Coker in their blue uniforms, Carson-Newman in the home whites. Lots of energy here from both sides to start this one. Great crowd on hand. Lots of families here tonight to take in some South Atlantic Conference volleyball. As we're ready to go, going back to serve for Coker is number 9, Kendall Boland. Boland ready to get this one underway. 0-0 on the scoreboard. As here's the serve from Boland, goes back row for Wheeler. All ball bumps it towards Fisher. Big swing. It's tipped around at the net. Now it's down. Madison Fisher with the kill to kick off tonight's action. Got it off the hands of the middle blockers, and Coker could not retrieve it. So Fisher will go serve. 1-0 Carson-Newman out in front. Serve from Fisher. Goes back row for Loveday. Now far side, big swing by Bloom. Now Wheeler. Nice dig on the back row by Coker. Now a big swing by Bloom, and it goes down on the far sideline. Point Cobras. So 1-1 here in the first set. First kill of the night for Bloom, and she sneaks it past Allball and finds the far sideline. Here's Loveday to serve for Coker. Allball sets up Wheeler. Big swing. She's blocked. It's tipped around and kept alive by Carson-Newman. Now Wheeler tries again, and this time it goes down. First kill of the night for Julia Wheeler. Gives Carson-Newman the 2-1 advantage. Second time was a charm there for Wheeler. Getting off the hands of Taylor Hills. Here's McKenna Hall into serve. Goes back row for Loveday, set up at the net. Bloom again, another big swing, but past the back line. Coker thought it was tipped, but to no avail. Point Carson-Newman. Excuse me, that was Earl Reyes on the swing. Did not find the back line right there, a little too far. The serve from Hall goes past the back line, and a service error for Carson-Newman. 3-2 your score. Carson-Newman out in front as Bloom will check back in. Checking out is Brian Forrest. Here's the serve from Morris. Now set up far side for Kieran. Morris with the dig, but right on top of the net, Skylar Weaver puts it down for the kill. Point Carson-Newman. Here comes another senior checking in for the Eagles. As you see, Weaver was able to put that one right down, was hanging over the net, and she took care of it. 4-2 Carson-Newman. Gay and Cherry check in for the Eagles. It'll be Blair Cherry to serve. Back row. Now towards Earl Reyes. It's blocked, tipped around and down. The block for Skylar Weaver and Julia Wheeler. Point Carson-Newman. 5-2 your score after the block by Weaver and Wheeler. The two seniors for Carson-Newman get it done. As this one's set up for Earl Reyes, she just has to dump it over. Now Cherry towards the net. Wheeler, big swing, is blocked but kept alive. Now Cherry far side. Gay off the hands of a Coker Cobra and Kendall Boland. And down. A kill for Ella Gay. Point Carson-Newman. Great job by Gay to go cross court right there. And Boland just could not handle it. Now the serve by Cherry goes off the hands of Hills. A service ace for Blair Cherry. Carson-Newman's first of the night. 7-2 Eagles. The Eagles being the aggressors so far as Cherry with the serve. Bumped towards the net, far side Hills. Goes cross court, but it's just wide. Point Carson-Newman. The Eagles leading 8-2. And Coach Stephanie Dragon's going to need a timeout. We'll take a quick break right here on the Eagles Sports Network. Back at Holt Fieldhouse, Carson-Newman out in front 8-2 off a 5-0 scoring run to pull away here a little bit early in the first set. Leading by 6. Coming into this matchup, Carson-Newman 9-6 in conference play. Sitting in 5th behind Tusculum. Mars Hill right there with them. So Carson-Newman looking for a big win tonight. Good start, leading 8-2 as Cherry serves. Now far side it's Hills. Big swing and it goes down off the hands of Gay and Weaver. Point Coker. Big for Coker to get a point right there as Hills with the kill. Looked like Gay and Weaver were right there. Just couldn't get a good piece of it. 8-3 the score. Coker breaks the 5-0 run. As here's the serve. Goes over for Coker. Now set up far side. Weaver tips it over the net and down. Right over the outstretched arms of the middle blockers in the Lift Hazard Cayenne. As that one just found some hardwood. Past the outstretched arms of Meadow Morse. Set up near the net by Velez, and it goes right into the net. Point Carson-Newman. So the Eagles able to get the serve back quite quickly. Leading 10-3, as it will be Julia Wheeler to go back and serve for Carson-Newman. Served by Wheeler, goes past the back line. Point Coker. Sub coming in for the Coker Cobras. It's MJ Hurd checking in. She'll go back to serve. Hills checks out for the first time. Here's the serve from Hurd. Cherry sets it up far side. Gay, big swing. It's blocked and it finds the back line. And down. Point Coker. Nice block by the combination of Chelsea Bloom and Lauren Loveday. Came strong off the hands, but died right at that back line. As the serve is bumped over by Fisher. Almost a service ace right there for Coker. Cherry with the nice dig. Now Gay finds Weaver far side. She'll have to dump over the free ball. Now set up far side. It's Loveday. She's blocked and it's down. Point Carson-Newman. The block by Gay and Weaver. Tipped around for a moment. But it goes down off the hands of Chelsea Bloom. Carson-Newman leads 11-5. It'll be Skylar Weaver to go back and serve for the Eagles. Set up near side. It's blocked again and down. Emma Grace Cobb and Madison Fisher combined this time. And Carson-Newman has its third block of the game. Big swing there by Cayenne, but it was blocked at the net. Great job by the Eagles so far, asserting its presence at the net. As Weaver will serve again, Carson-Newman out in front by 7. The serve by Weaver goes past the back line. Point Coker. It's been one sore spot so far for the Eagles in what's been a pretty impressive first set. 3 service errors on the night. But overall, pretty nice first set for Carson-Newman, as here's a serve from Bloom. Cherry sets up Cobb, big swing, and it's kept alive by the middle blockers. Set up far side, it's Loveday, pokes it over, goes off the hands of Cherry into the net and down. Point Coker. So for now, the Cobras will keep the serve. It'll be Chelsea Bloom again. That time, nice job on the far side just to get it over the hands of the middle blockers. Cherry tried but couldn't quite get there. As now it'll be Blair Cherry setting up Fisher. Big swing, but past the sideline. Point Cobras. Only the second attacking error for Carson-Newman. Still a pretty efficient first set. 5 kills and 11 attacks and 2 errors for the Eagles so far. Cherry sets up Cobb, and a rocket off the hands of a Cobra, bounces around, then goes down. Emma Grace Cobb puts some heat on that one. Catching at the peak of her jump and just a rocket off her hand and scored. Emma Grace Cobb has shown how good she is at doing that, just overpowering the opposition. She does so right there, breaks a 3-0 Coker scoring run. And Carson-Newman gets the serve back. It's Carly Allball that will serve for the Eagles. Carson-Newman leads by 5 as Allball sends his serve over. This one set up for Cayenne. She tips it over. A nice dig by Hall. As now Wheeler will attack. Bumped far side. It's Loveday. Once again, taps it over the middle blockers. Not successful that time. And this time, Emma Grace Cobb blocked at the net. Point Coker. It'll be Boland to check back in for the Coker Cobras. And suddenly creeping back into this set after the block. Great dig by Hall again, as you see right there, but Carson-Newman not able to finish off the point. Here's Fisher. She's blocked again, and it goes down. The block by Earl Reyes and Brian Forrest. Couple nice blocks by the Cobras. Pretty block-filled first set. 5 blocks between the two teams. It's blocked again, but this time out of bounds. Point Carson-Newman. 14-10 your score. This set has slowly became closer as Carson-Newman came out of the gates hot. An 8-2 run, but Coker has crawled a bit closer. That's this one bumped towards Loveday, and she pushes it past the far sideline. Point Carson-Newman. It's a 15-10 Eagles lead. That'd be a 7th attacking error of the first set for the Coker Cobras. Here's a serve from Madison Fisher. Set up far side, it's Earl Reyes. Big swing and well past the back line. Another attacking error for Coker. Carson-Newman pushes the lead back to 6. 16-10 the score. 7 attacking errors for Coker and 15 attacks. Only 3 kills to speak of. As this serve goes past the back line. Another service error for Carson-Newman. Checking back in is Taylor Hills. As it looks like MJ Hurd will check out. 16-11 the score as Loveday tees up the serve. Now set up for Cobb. Another rocket off the hands of Kendall Boland and down. Point Carson-Newman. Emma Grace Cobb is just sending him over with some efficiency tonight as she gets the kill. Carson-Newman's lead is back to 6. Set up near the net. Back row dig for Fisher. All ball near side Wheeler. It's blocked for a moment, but it stays on Coker's side and it goes down. Point Carson-Newman. Eagles pushing this lead back out to 7. It looked like Coker was starting to creep back in a little bit right there, but the Eagles have been able to get back into this one, but this serve goes off the top of the net. 5th service error of the first set for Carson-Newman. Something he'll look to iron out as we go later into this match. 18-12, Carson-Newman with the advantage. It'll be Morse to serve for Coker. Back row for Wheeler, all ball, nice set for Wheeler, and she puts it down. Julia Wheeler with the kill. Perfect set by Allbaugh at the net. For Julia Wheeler to put it down. Point Eagles. The sets have been on point tonight. That time Allbaugh to Wheeler. And the Eagles lead 19-12. Here's Blair Cherry to serve. Back row for Loveday. Hill bumps it back towards Loveday. She'll have to knock over the free ball. Now Cherry sets up for Weaver. She'll poke it over. Coker keeps it alive. Now Loveday, the back row dig by Hall, but it goes down off her hands. Point Coker. 19-13 the score. It looks like Carson-Newman's had a balanced attack so far tonight. Julia Wheeler leads away with 3. Skylar Weaver has 2, Emma Grace Cobb with 2. Taylor Kieran with 1, Madison Fisher with 1, and Ella Gay has 1 as well. It's a serve for Coker. Cherry sets up Gay, and she'll put it down. Her 2nd kill of the night. Right on cue, Ella Gay making an impact once again. Nice job right there to twist her body and put it near side cross court. Here's Julia Wheeler to serve. Back row Hills. Now poke towards the net. Balloon pokes it over. Now Cherry back row for Wheeler. Great dig on the back row by Loveday. This one bumped over by Cayenne. Now back row Wheeler again, and just a little bit past the back line. Point Coker. 20-14 the score. Carson-Newman still out in front. The Eagles have been efficient so far tonight. 318 hit percentage, 11 kills and 22 attacks. It's now on the set far side for Fisher, and that one goes down off the swinging arm of Madison Fisher. Point Carson-Newman. Big swing from Fisher. We've seen that quite a few times tonight. Right at the peak of the jump, the Eagles able to put it down and get some kills here in this first set. 12 now to Coker's 4 in set number 1. A serve from Weaver. Set up near the net. It's blocked, tipped around. Kept alive for a moment by Coker. Now a play at the net goes off the hands of Cobb and down. Coker won that battle there at the net. Point Cobras. Hall checks back in. Weaver checks out. It'll be Bloom back to serve for the Coker Cobras. Trailing by 6, 21-15. Here's a serve for Bloom. Cherry sets up far side. It's Gay, and it's blocked at the net. Didn't know if that one went into the net or if it was blocked. I think it just went into the net, so an attacking error for Ella Gay. Just like that, Coker within 5. As Bloom tees up the next serve. Back row, Wheeler. Now Cherry. Goes right back to Wheeler. Nice dig on the back row by Bloom. Now near side it's Cayenne. Again, Blair Cherry playing a role in this game as Wheeler with the attack. Now near side it's Cayenne again. Bumps it over the top of Cobb and Fisher. Now right back to Fisher. Nice rally here between the two sides. Coker keeping it alive. Cherry on the back row towards Hall. Now Hall for Fisher. It's blocked, but it goes out of bounds. Another kill for Madison Fisher. Here comes Allbaugh and Kieran back in. As Fisher gets her 4th kill of the night. 3 kills for Fisher, tied with Julia Wheeler to lead all scorers so far tonight. Here's Carly Allbaugh to serve. Carson-Newman 3 points away from a first set victory. Set up near side, it's Cayenne. Big swing, and she'll put it down and score. Point Coker as the Cobras get the serve back. Off the big swing from Elite Hazard Cayenne. Back to serve now is Kendall Bolin. Carson-Newman still out in front, 22-17. All ball sets up Kieran. Now Morris far side for Loveday. Loveday is blocked for a second, but it goes out of bounds. Point Coker. Cobra's building some momentum. They found it as its first set has gone along. Carson-Newman had it all to start, an 8-2 advantage early. Since then, Coker's been able to fight back as All ball tips it towards Kieran. Now for Fisher. Tipped at the net and scored. Madison Fisher with another kill, 4 so far tonight. Efficient start for Fisher, 4th kill in 5 attempts, so she gets that one off the hands of Brian Forrest. As Carson-Newman gets the serve back, it'll be Fisher. This one's set up near the net for Loveday. Back row dig for Fisher. All ball towards the net. It's Kieran who puts it down and scores. Taylor Kieran with the kill, setting up set point for Carson-Newman, leading 24-18. Great set for Taylor Kieran on the far side, who found some open hardwood and put it down. A serve by Fisher for set point. Set up far side for Reyes, kept alive by the Eagles. Great dig by Allball. Now towards Wheeler. Moore sets it up far side for Earl Reyes. Blocked at the net but kept alive by Coker. Now near side it's Loveday. Back row dig for Fisher. Allball sets up Wheeler. Goes off her hand. Kept alive. Now Kieran will poke it over. Carson-Newman has to scramble. Earl Reyes, a big swing, and it's tipped around and down. Bit of a rally there between the two sides. Carson-Newman did a good job to scramble back into position, but Coker able to get the point as Taylor Hills checks back in. Earl Reyes far side. It looked like Cobb and Kieran might have mistimed that jump just a little bit. Allows Earl Reyes to get the kill. Now Loveday to serve. All ball sets up Wheeler and she'll put it down. Point Carson-Newman. The set goes to the Eagles off the 4th kill by Julia Wheeler. And the Eagles lead 1-0. 4 kills for Julia Wheeler in that first set. 4 for Madison Fisher to lead all scorers as we get ready for set number 2. We'll be right back here on the Eagle Sports Network. Back at Holt Fieldhouse, Carson-Newman leads 1-0 over the Coker Cobras right here on the Eagle Sports Network. Ryan Wilkes with you, taking you through all your coverage tonight here on senior night. Plenty of seniors for Carson-Newman. 2 in particular getting it done in terms of kills so far. Julia Wheeler and Madison Fisher with 4 kills apiece to lead all scorers. Lauren Loveday leads Coker with 3. Skylar Weaver's got 2 for Carson-Newman, as well as Emma Grace Cobb, Taylor Kieran, and Ella Gay, all 2 kills apiece. Carly Allball having a nice night as well here on senior night. 6 assists so far. McKenna Hall with 2 assists and 1 dig. So Carson-Newman leads 1-0 over the Coker Cobras, looking for their 10th South Atlantic Conference victory this season. Talked a little bit about the standings, looking at them right now. Wingate and Anderson at the top. Wingate 13-1, Anderson 14-2. Lenora Ryan in third at 13-3. Tusculum in fourth at 12-3. And the Carson-Newman Eagles in fifth at 9-6. Coker all the way down there at the bottom, 0-15 in conference play. As Carly Allball will serve to set up this second set. Here's a serve from Allball, back row. Now set up for Cayenne. She gets it over the net. Nice dig by Allball. Hall far side for Fisher. Nice dig on the back row again for Coker. It's Hills. Now Allball sets up at the net. Big swing for Kieran, and it goes past the back line. Point Coker. Kieran a little too aggressive there on that swing. Good idea there, going for that back line. Just couldn't quite get a piece of it. Carson-Newman doubling up Coker so far in kills, 16-8. As this goes back row for Wheeler. Now set up near the net. Swung over there by, I believe that was Brian Forrest, and it goes out of bounds. Point Carson-Newman. You sub in for the Coker Cobras. It's Alex Williams checking in. 1-1 your score here early in set number 2. Carson-Newman leads 1-0. Here's Madison Fisher to serve for Carson-Newman. This one set up near side for Hills, so dump it over. Kept alive for a moment. Couple digs by Wheeler and Fisher, but it goes down. A kill for Hills. Chelsea Bloom checks back in. It's a bit of an awkward dump there, and Carson-Newman is almost able to handle it, but not quite. As Coker leads 2-1, here's a serve by Morse. Hall bumps far side. Wheeler, big swing, nice dig. Now they're going to call a violation on Coker. Point Carson-Newman. 2-2 your score here early in the second set. Like Coker ran into the net a little bit there. Right there at the top, it was Chelsea Bloom that got a piece of it. As McKenna Hall will serve for Carson-Newman. Far side is Cayenne. Nice back row dig by Allball. Hall sets up Wheeler. Blocked at the net. Now dumped over by Wheeler, and she finds a near sideline. Great awareness by Julia Wheeler. Initially blocked, then decides to go near sideline on the second attempt. Just a very heads-up play by Wheeler, finding that near sideline right in front of the Coker bench. As Wheeler with another kill, 5 on the night so far. This one set up for Cayenne. Big swing goes past the back line. Point Carson-Newman. Quite a few errors here early for both sides. 10 attacking errors now for Coker, 7 for Carson-Newman. 5 service errors for the Eagles so far, but got a trusty hand back there in McKenna Hall. Here's a serve from Hall. Goes off a couple of hands, kept alive by Coker, and somehow able to get it over. Now a whistle. I believe it's going to be a violation there on Carson-Newman. Actually, they're going to call it on Coker, so point Eagles. The initial signal was on Carson-Newman. It was eventually changed. Violation by Coker as the Eagles retain the serve. Here's the serve from Hall once again. This one bumped towards Cayenne. She'll dump it over. And it finds some hardwood. McKenna Hall went after it, as well as Carly Allball. Point Coker. Sub in for the Cobras is Layla Hickson checking in for the first time. She'll go back to serve. 5-3, Carson-Newman out in front here early in the second set. Allball sets up near side Kieran. It's blocked, kept alive by Hall. Now near the net, it's Bloom with the big swing. Great dig by Allball. Now far side Wheeler. Off a couple hands, kept alive for a moment, play at the net. Goes back on Carson-Newman's side. Now all ball to Weaver. Kept alive by Hickson, and a dump and score. What a play by Atakude, who just checked in, as Kude gets the kill. A nice dump there at the net. It was tipped around for a moment as Coker draws within one. All ball sets up Wheeler. Big swing and down off the hands of Morse. Point Eagles. Julia Wheeler has been efficient so far. Gets that one off the hands of Morse. And down, point for the Eagles. 7 kills now for Wheeler and 20 total attacks. Good for a .300 hitting percentage. As Cherry tees up the serve. Kude sets it up. Now Bloom. Far side again, it's Wheeler. Kude towards Hills. And Hills will just put that one in the net. Point Carson-Newman. 11th attacking error for the Coker Cobras. As Cherry will serve once again. 7-4 Eagles out in front. This one bumped over the net and put down by Elegay. Point Carson-Newman. Looked like it was going for a bump to his set there, but a little too strong off the hands, and Elegay does the rest. 3 kills for Elegay so far tonight. As Kude sets up near side Hills. Big swing, puts it down off the hands of Gay and Weaver. Point Coker. Here comes MJ Hurd back in, as well as Lauren Loveday. Hurd will go back to serve, 8-5. Carson-Newman still out in front. Here's the serve from Hurd, and it goes past the back line. Another service error. First of the night for Coker. And point Carson-Newman. So it'll be Julia Wheeler to serve. Carson-Newman leads by 4. Mentioned the Eagles 5th right now in the South Atlantic Conference. Looks like that's where they'll be heading into the South Atlantic Conference tournament. Tusculum 12-3 as Morse gets checked out on the sideline. Looking at those standings with just a couple games left to go. Carson-Newman behind Tusculum, in-state rival. Tusculum 12-3 in conference play. Carson-Newman, if able to get it done tonight, will move to 12-6 in conference play. Only a couple games left in this season, so assuming they won't be able to catch the Tusculum Pioneers, but nonetheless in good position to make a run in the South Atlantic Conference tournament. Only a couple games left on Monday. The Eagles will be back here at Holt Fieldhouse to take on Limestone. And then at Anderson to end the year as that one trickles around the top of the net, goes back on the Carson-Newman side, so the service area for Julia Wheeler. Big opportunity for Carson-Newman on the road against an Anderson team that currently sits in second place in the South Atlantic Conference at 14-2 in conference play. The serve by Bloom goes off the top of the net, and the service error for Coker. So back-to-back service errors as Coker gives it back to the Eagles. Carson-Newman out in front, 10-6. Here's Skylar Weaver to serve. As this one dumped over by Kude, kept alive. Morse near side Loveday. Big swing for Loveday, but it goes out of bounds on the far sideline. Point Eagles. 11-6. Carson-Newman out in front. As Coker now has as many attacking errors as they do kills, 12 apiece. So Weaver will serve once again. This one finds Kude near side. It's Loveday. Cherry sets up near side for Gay. Bumps it over the middle. Blockers. Tipped around and down. Ella Gay with her 4th kill. It's Carson-Newman out in front by 6. Nice job just to get it over the hands of those middle blockers. As Gay just tipped it over the hands of Loveday and Forrest. And tipped around by Morse. It goes down. Point for the Eagles. Here's Weaver with another serve. Kude sets up Forrest, who dumps it over. Now Cherry to Cobb, who puts it down on the far sideline and scores. Emma Grace Cobb with the kill. 13-6 Eagles. And the Cobras need a timeout. Carson-Newman up by 7. We'll be right back here on the other side on the Eagle Sports Network. Welcome back to Carson-Newman Volleyball here on the Eagle Sports Network as Carson-Newman leads Coker 13-6 in set number 2 here on senior night. Skylar Weaver back to serve once again. Here's a serve from Weaver. Kude sets up near side Loveday. Cherry far side for Fisher off the hands of looked like Kude and Forrest right there, and it goes down. The kill for Madison Fisher, her 5th on the night in 8 attacks. An efficient night so far for Madison Fisher, as well as many other Eagles so far this evening. As Weaver tees up the next serve. Kude dumps it over and finds some open hardwood, scores the kill for Ada Kude, her 2nd on the night. That time, nice awareness on the dump. Seen Blair Cherry do that quite a few times. As Ada Kude does her best Blair Cherry impression here at Holt Fieldhouse, and she scores. Kude with the serve for Coker. As now it's over to Cobb. Big swing. Kude keeps alive on the dig. Now Loveday will just have to dump over. Free ball. Cherry sets up. Far side Fisher. Great dig by Loveday. Kept alive by Kude. Now Forrest. Cherry with the dump that time and turns the tables a little bit. She scores. Great dump by Cherry. She's so good with deception. Looked like she was going for the set there, but decides to dump it over and puts it down. Carson-Newman out in front by 8. Carly Allball back to serve for the Eagles. One of many seniors playing tonight. As this one's tipped around, Loveday goes to Morse. Now Allball to Cobb, and it goes down the block. Goes well out of bounds to the far side bleachers. Point Carson-Newman. Cobb with her 4th kill. As Allball retains the serve, Carson-Newman leads 16-7. Here's the next serve for Carly Allball. Kude sets up far side for Loveday. Now Allball to Cobb again, and she'll put it down. Back-to-back kills for Emma Grace Cobb, and Carson-Newman's lead balloons to 10. Allball, another great set. She's up to 9 assists so far tonight. And put Carly Allball in double-double watch. 9 assists and 4 digs. And we're not through 2 sets quite yet. Allball with the serve. Now we're going to call it carry, I believe, on Coker, so point Carson-Newman. An 11-point lead here in the 2nd set. Carson-Newman starting to take control here on senior night. That's a 4-0 run so far for Carson-Newman. As here's the serve from Allball. Kude sets up near the net for Loveday. Back row dig by Allball. Now towards Wheeler, who goes after it with some force, puts it in the net. Point Coker. Couple subs coming in as Alex Williams checking back in, as well as Taylor Hills, Loveday, and Hurd check out. 18-8 your score. It'll be Williams to serve. Back row for Wheeler. Allball sets up in the net for Cobb. Big swing, and it's blocked. Forrest and Hills combined for the block. 3rd block now for Coker. 3 blocks apiece for the 2 sides. As Cobb looked to try to go cross court there. Forrest and Hills met her at the net. Allball sets up Kieran, who pokes it over the top of Forrest, but Hills right there. Now Hills near side. Allball sets up Kieran, who puts it down near the back line. Pass Meadow Morse, point Carson-Newman. 19-9 the score. After the big kill by Kieran, went right at those middle blockers, as now we'll get another timeout. I believe Coker calls it 2nd. Timeout, Eagles lead by 10 right here on the Eagle Sports Network. Back here on the Eagle Sports Network, Ryan Wilkes with you as Carson-Newman leads Coker 19-9 here in the second set, leading 1-0 here on senior night. A great performance from the seniors. 7 kills for Julia Wheeler, 5 apiece for Emma Grace Cobb and Madison Fisher, who's back to serve for Carson-Newman. 4 kills for Ella Gay, 3 for Taylor Kieran, 2 for Skylar Weaver. And Carly Albaugh and McKenna Hall having nice nights as well. This one near side for Hills. Nice dig by Wheeler to keep it alive. Now to Kieran. Shot by Williams on the back row. Hill goes cross court for Cayenne, who's able to get it over. Now all ball to Cobb, who's blocked, but it goes out of bounds on the far side. Coker thought that one was tipped, but no call. 20-9, Carson-Newman out in front. Madison Fisher will go back to serve again for Carson-Newman. 5 points away from going up 2-0 with how this game's been going tonight. Be tough for Coker to respond from that. As Fisher ready to serve once again. This goes past the back line. Service error, 7th of the night for Carson-Newman. And it's 20-10 Eagles. Meadow Morris back to serve for the Coker Cobras. There's back row for Fisher. Albaugh sets up Cobb, who tries to go over the top. And it looked like Bloom right there, but she gets the block. Cobb that time kind of pulled back at the last moment. An easy block there for Bloom. Now Hall right over the top of the net for Bloom, who puts it down. Point Coker. Back-to-back for Chelsea Bloom. 2 nice plays in a row. As the bump went off Hall's hands a little too hard, right to Chelsea Bloom at the net. As Morris with the serve, back row for Fisher. Now Albaugh sets up Wheeler. That time goes right through. Cayenne and Bloom, point Carson-Newman. Weaver checks in, Cobb checks out. Carson-Newman leads by 9. 21-12 your score. As it'll be McKenna Hall to serve for the Carson-Newman Eagles. Goudet sets up Bloom. Tipped off the hands of Kieran, kept alive. Far side it's Wheeler. And she'll go right down the far sideline. They're going to say it's scored. Caught a piece of the back side, that far sideline. Might have been tipped by Coker as well. Point Carson-Newman. Here's Hall to serve once again. Goudet sets up Bloom. Awkward attack there, kept alive by Fisher. Hall sets up Wheeler. Williams on the back row. Goudet bumps it towards the net for Cayenne. Albaugh sets up Kieran, who puts it down and scores. Taylor Kieran with an emphatic kill to get Carson-Newman 2 points away from closing out the second set. Right in between the middle blockers for Coker. Beautiful job by Taylor Kieran, one of the many seniors tonight. Carson-Newman's lead is 11, 23-12. Goudet bumps it towards Hills. Hills blocked but kept alive by Bloom. Goudet far side for Cayenne. At the net, kept alive by Albaugh. Excellent job by Carly Albaugh coming over from the strong side. Now Hills with the big swing and it's down. Point Coker. Here comes Layla Hickson checking back in. Cayenne checks out. Very efficient night for Carson-Newman on the attack. A .296 hitting percentage so far. As Albaugh sets up Wheeler, and it'll only get better. Julia Wheeler with the kill, her 10th of the night. Beautiful set by Albaugh once again, putting it right at the top of the net for Julia Wheeler. As Carson-Newman leads 24-13, set point. As Blair Cherry will serve for the Eagles. Goes off the hands of Morse, strong to the net, and Wheeler does the rest. Carson-Newman takes set number 2, 25-13, and takes a 2-0 set lead into the third. We'll be right back here on the other side on the Eagle Sports Network. Back at Holt Fieldhouse, Carson-Newman leads 2-0 over the Coker Cobras here on the Eagle Sports Network. Ryan Wilkes with you as Carson-Newman looks for the sweep tonight. It's been a good first 2 sets for the Eagles, taking the first one 25-19, then an emphatic 25-13 set 2 win. Led by Julia Wheeler so far with 11 kills, Emma Grace Cobb with 6, Madison Fisher with 5, Taylor Kieran and Ella Gay with 4 apiece, Skylar Weaver with 2, Blair Cherry with 1. Carly Allball with 14 assists leads the way for the Eagles in assists so far tonight. 4 digs for her as well. McKenna Hall with 3 assists. As the Eagles look to close this one out with a 3-0 sweep on senior night. But Coker looks to have other ideas, as it'll be the Cobras to serve. It'll be Kude who gets it over. Now Allball sets up for Wheeler. Kude bumped towards Cayenne. Big swing. It's tipped at the net and scored for Coker. 1-0 Cobras lead here in set 3. Carson-Newman leads 2-0. Here's a serve for Ada Kude. As Allball goes strong side for Fisher. Big swing. Nice dig on the back row by Hills. Now it's blocked at the net. Kept alive by Coker. Near side is Cayenne off the hands of an Eagle and down. 2-0 Coker leads. Second kill for Alif Hazard Cayenne. Kude will serve again. Good start for Coker here in the third set. As Allball sets it up for Kieran. Goes past the far sideline. Point Coker. 3-0 run out of the gate for the Cobras. As it'll be Kude to serve again. There's a serve for Kude. Back row for Hall. Allball with the dump and it's down. Point Carson-Newman. Great job by Carly Allball right there with the dump. The Eagles have done really well with the dump so far this year. It's always well timed and well executed by both Blair Cherry and Carly Allball. As Allball gets her first kill. Here's a serve for Fisher. Goes past the back line. Point Coker. It's been one thing the Eagles have struggled a little bit with tonight. 8 service errors. But overall, a very efficient night for Carson-Newman. And checking in will be Jessica Martinez-Cruz. She'll serve. 4-1, Coker out in front here in the third set. The serve for Martinez-Cruz into the net. Point Carson-Newman. Cobb checks out. Weaver back in. Hall will go back to serve. 4-2, Coker still out in front. Looking to earn a set here and push this to 4. A serve by Hall. Back row for Morse. Kude sets up in the net for Cayenne. Kept alive back row by Allball. Now Kieran. Nice dig by Cruz Martinez on the back row. As now Allball will set up. Big swing by Kieran. Tipped by the middle blockers and down. Point Eagles. 4-3. Coker still leads here early in set 3. Great job by Taylor Kieran again trying to go cross court on those middle blockers. Talked a lot to Coach Ashley Tiernan about Eagles avoiding those middle blockers, trying to go away from them, and Kieran did so excellently right there. As now Cayenne is blocked, kept alive by Morse. Far side is Hills. Allball sets up near side Wheeler. Now Kude, far side for Hills. Big swing past the back line. Point Carson-Newman. Coker once again thought that one was tipped. But nonetheless, called point for Carson-Newman. See, Hills right there was not tipped at the net. Good job by Carson-Newman to stay off of that one. As we're tied up at 4 apiece. As Hall will serve again. 3-0 scoring run for Carson-Newman. Coker's had one as well here in set 3. Far side Hills is blocked. Nice shot by Morse to keep it alive. And Morse will get it over. This one tough at the net. They're going to call a violation on Carson-Newman. I think the set was a little too far over the top of the net. As it went off the head of Carly Allball. Actually, they're going to call that on Coker. So point Carson-Newman. Looked like Coker was a little bit too anxious around the net. As Hall will serve again. Back to Cruz Martinez. Set near the net for Forrest. Kept alive by Carson-Newman. Now Kieran. Which Fisher has to bump over the free ball. Now Kude far side Hills. Tips it over the top of Weaver and Kieran. Now near side it's Weaver. As it goes off of her head on the block. And it is scored. Julia Wheeler using her head here in this game, both literally and figuratively, as that was a clean block by Cayenne and Forrest, goes off the noggin of Julia Wheeler and down. Point Carson-Newman. The serve by Hall goes off the hand of a Cobra. Service ace for McKenna Hall. Carson-Newman starting to build some momentum in set 3, now leading 7-4. So Julia Wheeler gets her 12th kill off of her head. And then McKenna Hall with the service ace. As it goes back row for Morse. Kude near side for Cayenne. Tips it over. Weaver and Wheeler play at the net. Tipped around. Hall able to get it over. Great play by McKenna Hall. Far side it's Hills. Great dig by Fisher on the back row. Now all ball to Wheeler. Kude sets up far side Hills. Big swing goes in between Wheeler and Hall. Maybe a bit of a miscommunication there between the two. As Hills gets the kill, you see Wheeler and Hall both thinking about going at it. But it splits right in between the middle. As now more serves. Carson-Newman leads 7-5. All ball sets up Wheeler. Kude now near side. Cayenne put down by Wheeler, and she gets the kill. Actually, they're going to say violation on Julia Wheeler going over the top of the net there. Let's see. Looks like she did get the top of the net there with her hand, so point Coker. 7-6, Eagles out in front. All ball sets up far side. Kieran, big swing. Off the hands of Morrison down. Kill for Taylor Kieran, point Eagles. As Carson-Newman leads by 2. Here comes Gay and Cherry in for all ball and Kieran. This will be Cherry to go back to serve. 8-6, Eagles out in front again, looking to close this one out in sweeping fashion here on senior night. Far side is Hills. Hall towards the net. Now Julia Wheeler trying to go back corner. Good job by Cruz Martinez. This now Hills tips it over. Cherry sets up Wheeler once again in front of the net. Morris far side is Hills. Back row dig by McKenna Hall. Cherry to Gay far side and she scores. Ella Gay off the hands of Bloom and Kude. Great set far side. Ella Gay using her strength to get a pass. Those middle blockers, and Carson-Newman's lead moves to 3. This one tipped around and it goes down. A service ace for Carson-Newman and Blair Cherry. Second service ace of the night. Actually, that's third as Carson-Newman now on an 8-1 scoring run. As Loveday will check back in, Cruz Martinez checks out. 10-6, Eagles out in front. As here's a serve from Cherry, back row for Hills. Now towards the net it's Hills. She'll put it into the net, point Eagles. 11-6 the score now. Good start for Coker, but Carson-Newman has seemed to turn the tables a little bit. As Cherry will go back to serve. Back row Loveday. Kude sets up near the net for Bloom. Hall, near side Wheeler. Back row it's Morris. Now a play at the net. Gay puts it down off the hands of Cayenne and scores. Ella Gay, 6 kills on the night. Easy work for her right there at the top of the net. And Carson-Newman leads 12-6. Timeout Coker. The Eagles feeling it here tonight on senior night. We'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network. Eagles out in front, 12-6 as we're back ready to go after the timeout. Coker called it there as it'll be Blair Cherry to serve once again. It's been a fun night here at Holt Fieldhouse on the Eagles Sports Network. Hope you guys are enjoying as well. As this Cherry serve goes past the back line. As Coach Stephanie Dragon looks to her bench. Maybe says that was good timing for a timeout. Carson-Newman still out in front by 5. It'll be Layla Hickson to serve. Goes back row Wheeler. Now Cherry bumps towards the net. To Julia Wheeler. Back row Loveday, nice dig, and now a violation at the net, I believe, called on the Coker Cobras. It'll be a carry there on Coker, so point Carson-Newman. The Eagles lead back out to 6. Wheeler back to serve once again. Carson-Newman leads 2-0. If you're just joining us, the 25-19 first set win, and 25-13 the second set, as Bloom blocked at the net by Skylar Weaver. Point Carson-Newman. Looked like it might have been both of them there, Fisher and Weaver, as we'll have a new sub coming in for Carson-Newman. It's Madeline Pardue checking in, the freshman out of Kernersville, North Carolina. Far side it's Hills. Back row dig by Wheeler. Goes a little too strong off the hands. Point Coker. New sub coming in for the Cobras. It's MJ Hurd checking back in. Nice swing by Hills right there. Got it off the hands of the reliable Wheeler. As Hills gets her 6th kill, leading the Coker Cobras tonight. Pardue sets up Gay. Big swing. Nice dig by Morse to keep it alive. Now she'll bump it over. Pardue sets up near side Fisher. Kept alive by Coker. Bloom with the dump. Pardue back to Fisher. She'll put it down and score. Madison Fisher with the kill. Nice set by Pardue. If you're an Eagle fan, you might be looking at that name for quite some time after this year as Fisher gets the kill down the near sideline. Pardue, again, a freshman out of Kernersville, North Carolina. Seems to be a name Eagle fans will hear a lot in the coming seasons. This is one set up near the net for Bloom. Off the hands of Pardue and score. 15-9 now the score. Carson-Newman still a comfortable lead here in set 3, leading by 6. As there'll be Bloom back to serve for the Coker Cobras. Back row for Wheeler. Now Pardue sets up Cobb. Kept alive. Dumped over by Loveday. Pardue sets up far side Gay, and she'll score. Ella Gay now 7 kills. Tied for 2nd here in this game as Gay puts it right into the middle blockers. Not much Coker can do about that. 16-9 Eagles. 7 kills apiece for Taylor Kieran and Ella Gay. 2nd behind Julia Wheeler with 13. Here's a serve from Carly Allball, and that's an ace. Off the hands of MJ Hurd. As Carly Allball gets the Eagles' 4th service ace of tonight. Allball back to serve once again. Eagles lead 17-9. This one goes into the net. Point Coker. Again, service errors for the Eagles have been maybe the sore spot on this score sheet on a night that's otherwise been pretty phenomenal for the Eagles. 10 service errors now tonight, but 43 kills to Coker's 20. As there's a violation called on the serve, point Eagles. 18-10 your score, I believe. As it'll be Fisher going back to serve. There's a serve by Madison Fisher, back row for her. Now Kude towards Cayenne, goes off the hands of Hall, kept alive by Fisher, but it goes down. Point Coker. It's 18-11, Carson-Newman with the lead. Hills will check back in. Hurd checks out. Loveday to serve for the Coker Cobras, trailing by 7, down 2-0. Here's a serve for Loveday, back row Hall. Allball sets up near side Wheeler, and that goes a little bit past the back line. Point Coker. Only the third error of the night for Julia Wheeler on 39 total attacks. As Weaver checks back in, Cobb checks out. 19-11 the score. Here's a serve for Hall. Goes out of bounds, a service error. That last swing by Wheeler might have been tipped at the net. It was a point for Carson-Newman. So 19-12, Coker does eventually get the serve back, as there'll be Morse to serve for the Cobras. All ball sets up Wheeler. A dig by Morse, but it'll go out of bounds. Another kill for Julia Wheeler, her 15th. Big swing by Wheeler. She certainly made this one a senior night to remember. As Carson-Newman now 5 points away from victory. On a night honoring quite a few steady contributors. As we'll see the freshman Pardue serve. This one far side for Hills. Blocked at the net, kept alive by Coker and punched over. Nice job by the Cobras right there. Now it's Weaver. Nice dig by Kude. Now rolled over by Bloom. Pardue sets up far side. Gay again, and it goes down. Point Eagles. Ella Gay's 8th kill, now 2nd on the score sheet. Ella Gay's been nothing short of automatic tonight for the Carson-Newman Eagles, as Pardue with a beautiful set. Far side, Gay goes cross court off the hands of Kude and scored. Pardue's serve goes to Loveday. Now Bloom a big swing off the hands of Hall and scored. 21-13, Carson-Newman still out in front. As Lila Hickson will check back in. Seen a lot from Bloom tonight. 4 kills in 14 attacks. She's been solid for this Coker squad. As Hickson's serve goes right to Hall. Pardue far side. Wheeler goes down on the back line and scored. Kill for Julia Wheeler, 16 on the night. Very efficient night for number 5. She'll go back to serve, 22-13 the score. Kude sets up near the net. Bloom, big swing and scored. Chelsea Bloom, her 5th kill, 2nd on the Coker team. As Hills checks out, back in is MJ Hurd. 22-14 as Pardue sets up Gay again. Goes off the hands of a Cobra. Loveday keeps it alive. Rolled over by Morris. Pardue sets again near side. Fisher. She's blocked but goes out of bounds. A kill for Madison Fisher. And it's 23-14. Carson-Newman getting close to closing this one out. Leading by 9. Here's Cobb checking back in. Hall will check out. It'll be Weaver to serve for Carson-Newman. 2 points away from victory here tonight. As this one set up far side, Loveday goes off the hands of an Eagle and scored. Point Coker staying alive for the time being as Bloom will go back to serve. 23-15. Chelsea Bloom tees up the serve for the Cobras. This one goes near side. Fisher. Pardue sets up at the net. Cobb with a big swing past the back line. Point Coker. So a couple attacking errors keeping Coker alive right now. Again, one more home game Monday against Limestone before the Eagles travel on the road to Anderson for the last game of this season. Pardue sets up Fisher. Tipped by the middle blockers, kept alive. Kude far side for Loveday. Beautiful dig by Hall. As now towards Madison Fisher. Play at the net. Put down by Cobb. Emma Grace Cobb at the top of the net. Easy work for her. Scores. And now it's match point for Carson-Newman. That was Kude right up there with Cobb, but she wins the battle. As here's Carly Allball, the senior, looking to finish this one off for Carson-Newman. The serve. Loveday back to Morris. Morris rolls it over. Allball sets up. Kieran, big swing, tipped around and scored. Carson-Newman wins 25-16 in set 3 and 25-13 in set 2 in the first set, 25-19. A senior night victory for the Carson-Newman Eagles on the kill by Taylor Kieran. What a night for Ashley Tiernan and her squad. Carson-Newman wins 3-0. over the Coker Cobras right here on senior night. 10th South Atlantic Conference win for the Eagles as they'll look forward to Monday against Limestone. I'll talk to you then. Everyone have a good night. Signing off on the Eagle Sports Network.